Hello everybody, Crypto Anime here. Today I'm going to be talking about Demon Slayer and whether or not it is a viable option. But first, I'd like to take a second to say, feel free to hit that subscribe button and like the channel to go ahead and support me. And if you like the content, to go check out some more of the related content. But hopping right into it, Demon Slayer being a viable option, yes or no? So starting off, being I've literally only read the first volume and not watched any of the anime, this could be a little bit off the bar, but I mean it's a sense of like, am I going to continue the manga and start the anime after that? It's just about it's my point of view. So fact of the matter is that's how I'm going to be basing my continuation of reading the series. The first volume catches my attention like it should be doing in the first place. I'll continue to read it. And then after finishing the series, I will watch it and then, give my opinion on that. So let's kick off with the opening characters that we are introduced to. Hopping right in, we have Tanjiro, a young boy whose family has been murdered by a gang or a single demon, not really know which one. But the only surviving member of his family is Nezuko, his sister, and believe it or not, she's been turned into a demon as well. Obviously, I mean, that has some pretty awesome implications of like them two being a pretty serious power couple, not in the sense of like romance, but in the sense of a combat couple. It's pretty interesting. I like it a lot, which gives me a hope to see some pretty awesome combat scenes, in the future. But we then see kind of skipping around here a little bit, but we see the Demon Slayer core, Giyu, I believe his name is. He comes into play and, kicks some serious ass. And he's another interesting character I like very much. And then we have an awesome training arc with Tanjiro, and I like training arcs very much so. And we have Tanjiro getting stronger, even though his sense of smell is already like extremely heightened. As a character, I think it's just one of his like quirks. Not to like reference My Hero or anything, but it's interesting. Like he's got a heightened sense of smell, which helps him get through the fog and everything, and helps him like further along in his training and get better and faster, more agile, more well equipped to handle demons. After Urokodaki starts training him, which is interesting. I mean, there's Urokodaki who's there training all these students. I mean, he's the only student there at the time, but he's obviously trained several students in the past. He trained Giyu, and Giyu seems to kick some serious ass. So, I mean, who's to say Tanjiro won't either? I know this is like the basis of me saying is this a viable option, but I feel like I need to throw in the characters and the world and everything in order for me to like get my point across. So, like as I was saying, back to character building, there's Sabito and Makomo who get introduced as these two spirits that help Tanjiro kind of train on this impossible task of cutting the boulder, which like gets me amped up reading. I'm like, there's no possible way he's gonna cut this boulder, but he gets introduced to these two badass characters that show him like, dude, it's possible. Don't worry about it. Was a good cop, bad cop kind of scenario. And it's fantastic. Like I love everything about it. Like in the fact that they're dead, and Tanjiro has the ability to hear them and talk to them and interact with them, and he got affected by them physically when he was trying to attack Sabito. That gives me some pretty cool inclinations, but I mean, whatever, that's besides the point. So, the world itself seems to be pretty interesting with like demons being affected by certain things, like the Nichiren sword specifically, as well as the Wisteria blossoms or Wisteria flower, I think it's called. So, obviously, there's certain things that can affect demons, and there's certain things that don't matter, like when he's trying to beat the one with the hatchet and it just heals itself, like it's not a big deal at all. Obviously, a regular human can't kill a demon, so demons can overrun rapid, but there's a Demon Slayer core, and I'm assuming there's more than just Tanjiro and Gayu and Urokodaki. So we're going to get introduced to some more characters, which is awesome, and I'm excited to see that. And the demons seem to be a pretty exciting enemy. Like there's different forms, like the multiple armed demon that he comes across in the forest for the 7-day trial. I'm excited to see where that goes. There's also all these different forms that he's using and learning against this monster or demon, my bad, that he's coming up to fight against, and this demon's just ripping through these kids that are in this trial. But Tanjiro's seeming to put up a little bit more of a fight than like anybody else. Obviously, he's got two like in his grasp, and Tanjiro just comes up, swipes him down. Obviously, he's got a hard shell and everything, but Tanjiro has, I feel like, the skills and the confidence now to back his actions, and it's awesome. And I feel like there's a lot of room for character develop as well as world development in the long run. Like there's a lot that can be achieved. I mean, if it's as of right now, it's him and Nezuko, and well, Nezuko's not awake, I don't believe, but It's gonna be him and Nezuko, and when they fought against those demons, she literally kicked one's head off like it was nothing. I mean, it grew arms and everything, sure, but she literally kicked it off like it was nothing. Nezuko's gonna be a badass, like, accomplice to have at his side, and I'm sure he's gonna team up with other demon slayers, and further the story even more. So the first volume also, it leaves off on a little bit of a hanger, like he's gonna go in and attack for like what looks like to be the final blow, and it keeps you wanting to read more, and I do want to read more. I definitely think volume 2 is gonna kick some major ass in the long run. Like there's like the demon fight gets you all riled up. It's hard not to want to like watch it get completely destroyed and murked by Tanjiro. So I guess basically what I'm trying to say is on the overall basis of Demon Slayer Volume 1 manga that I have read, I think I've read it 2 or 3 times now. I made the video on it, obviously, so I can always refer back to that, like if I want to try to catch myself up. But the little bit that I have read, I very much enjoyed. I definitely think Demon Slayer is a viable option as far as a manga goes. I'm sure, I mean, from what I've heard, the animation is incredible. I know it came out in 2019, and everyone's saying the animation is some of the best they've ever seen, which gets me hyped up. But I definitely need to finish the series first, and I'm going to now that I read the first volume of the manga. It's 100% a viable option, not to sound like a normie, but like it's incredible. I think there's incredible room for improvement on Tanjiro's part. There's a whole like story with Nezuko that can be unraveled. I'm sure there's more characters that yet to come into the manga that also are going to have certain like unique skills. Like he has the water slash and the water form. I'm sure there's other different forms that are out there which are interesting to learn. I'm sure there's other different fighting styles that'd be really cool to listen to and like learn and read. And I'm sure even watching it is better. Like I'm sure they have a really nice soundtrack that like enthralls you to listen to it and gets you really into the fight scenes. Like I'm sure it would be amazing. But for now, I'm gonna finish the hell out of this manga because it's gonna be amazing, and I cannot wait to finish every single volume of it. And I'm not trying to like overhype it by any means. Like I'm not trying to hype beast the shit out of everything that I'm gonna be reading because I am reading some pretty good manga right now. I'm reading Goblins. I'm pretty much done with Goblin Slayer. Demon Slayer is up there, obviously. Made in Abyss I just started, which is phenomenal. And I think those are Doctor Stone also. Those are my 4 big ones that I have going on right now. I'm reading some other side ones, but those are the 4 big ones that I'm excited to keep reading. Demon Slayer is definitely like up there. It got me into reading manga again. I picked it up and it was incredible. Like I didn't want to put it down as soon as I started reading it. If that says anything to like big avid manga readers or big avid anime watchers that want to get into reading manga. All I'm saying is, if you don't like reading manga, watch the first episode of the anime. I haven't watched it, but I'm sure it encapsulates a lot of that's in the first volume, if not a little bit less. So definitely give it a try because I'm sure it's fantastic, just like the manga is. And if you do enjoy reading manga, read the first volume. If you haven't, I know it's a little bit old now; it's 2020, but read the first volume of the manga because I loved it. Not like it's a lot coming with somebody with 2 subscribers, but I mean, hey, I have my own opinions. Everybody has theirs. It's subjective, I guess. But I mean, definitely give it a chance. Don't just put it in the dirt because, oh, it's the normie anime that everybody loves because it looks so good. Like, there's enormous potential here, guys, and I'm not just saying that. Once again, I'm not hyping it. I am hyping it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm hyping it up a little bit. But the hype is real, man. Like, come on now. It's fantastic. I'm not going to lie to you. Why would I lie about it? I'm not sponsored by Demon Slayer or the Demon Slayer Corp by any means necessary. But that's basically where I'm going to be leaving off. I don't want to talk any more about it. I've already said quite a bit to spoil it. Sorry if you haven't read it or watched it. I guess that does kind of give quite a bit of it away, huh? But it's just the first volume, you know? I'm sorry, I didn't really realize that I was going to be spoiling quite a bit of it in the is it a viable option discussion here. That's my bad. But if you think I'm right or if you think I'm wrong, subscribe to the channel, you know, and we can talk about it in the comment section and get some healthy debate going on in our daily lives. You know, I'm always happy to talk about the manga that I'm reading or any other manga that I'm reading or you might want me to read. You know, I'm not here to just boast my opinion and say you're wrong. If you think I'm wrong, tell me why and we can have a discussion about it. I'm not going to hate on you for it. I could 100% be wrong to you. To me, I'm right. I don't really care. That's not really my problem. But I have been Crypto Anime, and I just wanted to say that I very much appreciate you guys listening to this rant and opinion of mine based on pretty much just the first 5 minutes of the manga. If you liked it, subscribe to the channel and like the video, guys.